So that movie, of course, is missing. This was directed by Nicholas D. Johnson and Will Merrick, and this stars Storm Reid and Nia Long. So this movie, this is a standalone sequel to Searching. So in this movie here, we follow the character of June, and she is on the search for her mom after her mom disappears while on vacation in Colombia with her new boyfriend. And so her searches is hindered by international red tape. Stuck thousands of miles away in Los Angeles, she creatively learns to use all the technology at her fingertips to try and find her before it's too late. But as she digs deeper, her digital sleuthing raises more questions than answers. And when June unravels secrets about her mom, she discovers that she never really knew her mom at all. This was pretty damn intense. I am a fan of the first Searching, so I went into this not knowing this was going to be a sequel to Searching. And seeing the trailers here, I thought that this was not only going to be a sequel to this film, but it was also going to be a sequel to Run, which was also confirming the face of that movie's character. So when it comes to this movie, I was intrigued and was also really curious to see what they were going to do in terms of what was going on here. So having seen this back in January as one of the first movies I saw, which I was supposed to review, but I couldn't at first. This is really good. In terms of what I don't like about this movie, I will say Searching, it goes on for 10 minutes too long. There's a point where we get the answers and we're about to reach the end of the film. It kind of overstays its welcome here and does go into the performances, and it knows exactly what the movie goes on to the perform. I will say the film, there's a point where the movie does kind of go and overstays its welcome a little bit. So I will say for the most part, kind of overstays its welcome here. So that I kind of overstays welcome there, and is nowhere near as good as Searching, because the subject matter here, it can get a little bit too intense, because we're dealing with some real life shit here where people getting kidnapped, and you see it on the news, you hear it on TV. So that is something I will say is not gonna make this. Those are my only two issues when it comes to this there, and that is where I feel like they actually really do go. But in terms of the positives, there's a lot to go on. And I definitely enjoy what the direction had to offer. I thought this was a very well-directed film in terms of where you're going on here, and I thought the performances were actually really stronger. Storm Reid is having to carry this movie on her shoulders, because you like her, she's trying to find her mom, and she's trying to get shit done. She's trying to also find out where is her mom and what is going on. So you definitely find out what's going on, and the movie just unveils itself as we go further and further here. So I thought the movie was very engaging and very interesting, because I thought the performance of Storm Reid was good. I also thought the direction was very good for the most part. It's very well directed here by the two directors who made their debuts here, Johnson and Merrick. I also thought the atmosphere was really good, where you're inferior because you want to see this character of June get her mom, but you also find out a lot of things that you don't know about the mom character here, and it stands on its own as being a quite little companion piece to searching and to be thrilling and engaging because of its subject matter. Because we do have this in the modern day age where there's people getting kidnapped and you're meeting the wrong people. So you definitely get that type of scenario there, and the movie just goes for it. And there's moments where you're pretty much intense, and it does get there. It gets exactly where you're going for her, and this is intense. It goes for it, and it just pretty much know where you're gonna go, because it's very dark, it's very intense, and it gets pretty crazy in this. And the twists and turns goes a lot of there, and there are some twists and turns that you don't see coming a lot of ways. So I definitely admire what that goes for. I also thought the editing was great here. It's edited well, with the fact using every single website to know if it's real or not is good. Using all your different social medias to such, that is pretty good here, and it knows that a lot of intensity is going to go here, and went for it. It goes into some pretty heavy moments, and it knows exactly where it's going to go. It's not going to hold your hand. It's not trying to be the next thing ever, but it gets you pretty terrified a lot of what's going to go on. So I will say that a lot of performances here that really does know exactly what you think is going to be. And so with a lot of the performances here gets you there going. Of course, Nia Long is always great. Nia Long is still beautiful, but she is a great actress. Daniel Henney was great. You have Tim Griffin. Megan Zuri, I like her. I thought Amy Landecker was good. Ken Lund was great. And Joaquim de Almeida was good too. So a lot of performances in this movie is really good. So there's a lot of great moments in here. Of that, I think is really good here, and just a lot of the creativeness there that was really good there. So I definitely do enjoy a lot of the performances and the direction and the score and the intensity of it there. So there's a lot to like in terms of this movie. So I definitely really enjoy that. And also Aneesh Chaganty does a really good job of what they set out to do. So overall, missing, while nowhere near as great as Run or Searching, I found this to be a pretty interesting film. I loved the direction. I thought the script was great. I thought the characters were phenomenal. I thought the film did exactly what it set out to do. And while it's not better than the original, it goes on for 10 minutes too long, I think this is a solid companion piece that stands on its own and managed to be thrilling and engaging. And the performances, the direction, the atmosphere, and the story did make up for it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a better than Vampire Diaries.
Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.